On this video, we're going to be talking about selling video games on eBay with Lettermail. Let's get started. What's going on, guys? It's Jamie. Welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. On today's video, we're going to be talking about selling video games on eBay with Lettermail. So just in a regular poly mailer with stamps. Now, there are a few rules when it comes to selling, or not selling, but shipping with Canada Post with Lettermail, and we'll talk about those right now. Now, we're going to be just using a regular old eBay poly mailer. Now, if you are under 100 grams, it's $1.94. That is regular oversized Lettermail. If you are over 100 grams, but under 200 grams, that's $3.19. Now, if you're 200 grams to 300 grams, it's $4.44. And if you're higher than that, it does go up. But for the most part, for video games, we should never be over the 300 grams. Now, it does go all the way up to 500 grams, and the most you would pay is $5.49. So now, when we're using something like this, and we're sending this oversized mail, this price is anywhere in Canada. So if we're looking at something that's under 100 grams, and we're using one of these $1.94 stamps, you can buy the booklet for $11.64 for 6 stamps. You would need 1 stamp. In any other situation, whether we're looking at the $3.19 for the 200 grams and below, or the 300 grams to 200 grams for $4.44, you can use a combination of any type of stamp that you want. These regular stamps are, I think, $1.07. If you buy a bigger booklet, you can get them cheaper, but the value is always whatever the current value of a stamp is. Now, with these stamps, anything that's over just a regular stamp, so the $1.94 stamp, this one does not keep its value rolling over to the new year. It's only worth whatever it is worth on the stamp. Okay, to give you some sort of idea of how this works, we're going to turn on the scale. We're going to let it zero out. We're going to put on the poly mailer so it weighs 16 grams. I always like to include my thank you cards. These are new, actually, kind of cool. So now we're already at 20 grams. So if we use something like this is just a Vita game. We are under 100 grams, so this would be $1.94 shipping. Now, if we're looking at this is your regular sleeved Nintendo Wii game. This is Link's Crossbow. This is 84 cents. That's perfect. That's also oversized Lettermail, $1.94. This is Jurassic Park for Xbox 360. I believe this one has the game and the manual. Yep. So we'll throw it on there. Now this one's over 100 grams, so we'd be looking at $3.19 to ship this guy. Now this GameCube game also has the manual. GameCube games tend to be a little bit more bulky. So we are over the 100 grams again, but under 200 grams, so we're at $3.92. Once again, that's good. You know, this is just your typical DS or 3DS game. We'll throw it on. We're under 100 grams again, so $1.94. Now, this is a disc-only Wii Sports, and I've just put it in this case, just a blank case. So we'll try that one. Once again, it just sneaks in under 100 grams, so that will go for $1.94. So in my eBay listing, I just put the regular listing up, and then in the shipping category, I put Lettermail, and I usually charge $4. Now, I do realize that, you know, sometimes if I'm getting the cheaper version, it's $1.94. If it's the 200 gram version, it's only $3.19. Or if it is the more expensive version of typically video games are going to be under 300 grams. The worst case scenario is $4.44. Now, I just do that because I like to just have one simple shipping rate for all video games. So sometimes I'm going to make $2 on the shipping. Sometimes I'm going to make a couple cents on the shipping. Sometimes I'm going to lose, 44 cents on the shipping. Not a big deal for me, so $4 flat rate shipping, and that's how I do it. So I just call it Lettermail, and I put $4 in for shipping. I've never had anybody complain that they're paying $4 for shipping on video games. Now, you could put free shipping in, but when you're talking about games that don't have big value, so we're talking about, $9 to $20 video games, I don't want to put free shipping in there because most people would probably look at the value of the game and think that I'm overpricing the game, where if I'm just charging shipping on top, people don't really seem to bat an eye at that quite as much. So now let's take a little look at US prices. So this is from Canada to the US, a non-standard oversized mail. 100 grams is $3.19. Oversized 100 grams to 200 grams is $5.97. And if you're all the way up to 500 grams, it's going to cost you $11.14. And that's all from Canada to the US only. So now that we see the pricing, I charge $6 flat rate anywhere in the US and $4 in Canada, anywhere in Canada. Now, like I said, I just like to use flat rates, and for me personally, that covers my expenses completely. And the other thing you have to keep in mind here is if we're talking about, maybe $50 to $100 video games, you might consider sending them with some sort of insurance, or at least with tracking, so that you can see that it was delivered and you won't have cases opened up against you. Now, I have not had much bad experience, or not have many bad experiences for sure, sending things with Lettermail. They do wind up getting there, usually just as fast as when you're sending just regular post with Canada Post, but there is no tracking. So, as long as it's put in their Lettermail, eBay's pretty understanding. If you ship it and the person's, 2 days later say, hey, I didn't get it, well, they're gonna have to wait, probably 5 to 7 days in Canada, and then outside of Canada, they may have to wait like 10 to 14 days. And for the most part, eBay's pretty understanding. I haven't had too many problems with people opening item not received. And then once again, even if they did, we're talking about, $10 to $20 items. They're not huge items, so if you have to eat a loss on 1 or 2 of these items, it's not that big of a deal. It is nice when you can find games, very inexpensive games at yard sales, thrift stores. This one is a little bit more valuable, but a lot of these are lower value games and they still sell really well on eBay. With all that being said, hopefully this helps you. If you're just starting your journey on eBay, this is a great way. Video games are a great way to get started on eBay. Very little cost. You can pick them up for $1 a lot of times, sometimes less if you get them in a big lot of video games, just somebody trying to get rid of stuff. And some of these sell for good money. Very easy to ship. You don't need to print labels for stuff like this. You're just gonna use a regular Sharpie. You're gonna write the person's address on the front of the package. You're gonna write your return address, put a stamp on there based off of the weight, and that's it. You throw it in the mail and you're good to go. For the most part, like I said, guys, I don't have any issues with Lettermail. It's been very, very good to me. When I first started selling smaller stuff like this, I was a little skeptical. I was afraid I was going to get a lot of not return cases, but item not received cases, and that is not the case. Most people understand when you ship things Lettermail, it does take a little extra time. So don't be afraid to use Lettermail, especially in Canada, because it will save you tons of money and you'll get a lot more sales. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully I helped somebody out there, whether it's a new seller or somebody who's been selling for a while and they've been afraid to use Lettermail. Definitely a good way to go if you're starting, or if you're a seasoned person who's just never used it before. Definitely give it a try. Even, you can use the same sort of method for DVDs, anything small that'll fit in that package that's not too bulky, obviously. But yeah, till next time, guys, take care, stay safe. See you soon. Bye-bye.